Greetings all you lizard fans out there, here is a retrospective on some Godzilla games. I thought it was an appropriate time to go through some of these classics, I say in quotes, because all 5 of these games are not too good. But hey, I might as well cash in on all this hype since the new movie is coming out. So let's start off first with the very first Godzilla game, Godzilla Monster Mash. Starring Dracula. So this is the very first game, and it came out in 1988. And basically, it's kind of like a strategy game where Godzilla and Mothra are on this board, and then you're facing opposing monsters on the other side of the board. And basically, your whole goal is to take care of capture points on the map here, and then once you move your character, then it goes into like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, I guess. You're trying to destroy rocks and satellites. I don't know. The main goal is trying to defeat the monsters, like this squid thing here, and that's kind of hard, and you don't really have a big moveset. It's just kind of boring, I would say. Interesting, I guess, for the very first game to be like a grid thing, but it's not too grand. Next up, we got Godzilla-kun, which was released on the Game Boy in 1990. Isn't that awesome? He just has a little jacket and he just looks so hip. Oh, I wish this game was good because that title screen itself is just so cute. But no, it's like a maze game where they drop Godzilla in, monsters are coming after him to stop him, and do you want to know how you beat the levels? No, it's not by defeating the monsters. You have to break a set of boulders in each level in order to move on. Boulders. That is it! You can't jump or anything like that. You gotta make sure that you time the mazes right so that you have enough vines to go on. Otherwise, you can get yourself stuck and you have to basically hit pause and hit try again, which is... So it's like Tetris kind of, and that... It's a puzzle game. It's... Oh, Godzilla-kun, you had so much going for you. The title screen and... Well, I guess that's at the title screen. Next up, we got Godzilla War of the Monsters for the Nintendo, released in 1991. Now, this one is also a unique kind of strategy game, where this is more traditional, I would say. It's kind of like Fire Emblem. So you can choose from all 6 of these scenarios here, and they're basically different maps, and essentially you're, I guess, the army, the Japanese army, and you're armed with jets and missile launchers and tanks, and basically you're trying to stop the monsters. Now in the first one here, you're trying to stop Godzilla, but another monster appears later on in the map, and you figure out that, okay, it's not just like these 20 tanks against one monster. No, you gotta defend the city from multiple monsters, and it's really weird. When you attack Godzilla or any of the other monsters, you choose attacks, but you gotta use this dice roll, and I don't know what this dice roll means. What does the skull and what's a heart mean? Does that make it miss? It's very confusing and very odd. It's a good idea, I would say, for a Godzilla game, you know, having to defend against him. But also odd in the sense that, I mean, you got all these tanks and everything, and you'd think that it'd be enough, but I guess not. I don't know. It's got freaking Godzilla. It's like, basically, it's like Shadow of the Colossus, but a tactical version. Which sounds awesome, actually. Maybe they should make another one, but just better implementations of all the mechanics. That'd be cool. If I had to choose a favorite among these 5 games, I think this one would be my favorite. Released in 2002 from the great company of WayForward. WayForward, of course, has made the Shantae games. They made that awesome Zelda-inspired Adventure Time game. They make awesome pixel art. They recently did the re-release remastering of DuckTales. They know how to do retro games good. They have excellent artists, and you know, this is actually pretty fun. It's basically Smash Brothers. I mean, you can go through a story scenario and it's pretty dumb, not worth your time. Where it is at is basically getting together with some friends, or even just by yourself, setting up 4 characters to just mash it out in the cities, destroying little pixel buildings and mashing out with some monsters. And it's, you know, the animations are great. It looks beautiful. It's just fun, and being the crap of all these monsters is pretty cool. And you know, it's not exactly what I call stellar, but it's, you know, one of those mid-tier kind of games that, you know, WayForward is kind of known for. So if I had to recommend any game on this list, I would suggest tracking down this little nugget. Last, we got Godzilla Unleashed Double Smash for the Nintendo DS. Now this is actually the last Godzilla game to come out. This was made in 2007 by Atari, another company that really doesn't exist anymore besides it just being a licensing thing, I'm pretty sure. And what a sad way for this game to go out. I mean, basically you're Godzilla and you can have another monster with him. If Godzilla dies, or whatever the first party monster is, it'll be replaced by the other one on the top screen. Yeah, that's a cool idea. But like, the animations are bad, it's hard to move, it's just kind of dumb. It's just not fun. I mean, destroying planes should be more fun than this, right? I mean, if you want to be Godzilla, I think a great game would be maybe for the Kinect, and I guess that would be on a Game Ideas podcast video thing for what I think a Godzilla game should be, but yeah, there is another game coming out that's probably going to coincide with the movie. It says it's released in 2014. I don't know if it's released yet. It's a mobile thing, so don't even bother with that. So yeah, this sadly is the last Godzilla game to come out. And yeah, Godzilla could definitely use a reboot. And yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. Pretty sad for this King of Monsters to be so sadly implemented in games. There's dozens of others out there that I took a look at, and none of them are great. It's just, I chose these 5 because they're all different categorically wise. I mean, he's been in fighters, tactical games, puzzle games, and nothing seems to work. I don't know, maybe you just can't make a good game out of Godzilla.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe.